Behold the heart of our empire. We shall restore its glory and extend our dominion. Welcome back to the channel. Here we explore the stories that shape civilizations, the decisions, conflicts, and ideas that quietly reshape the world. Today's story is not just about a country. It is about identity. For centuries, the world spoke of Persia, a land associated with ancient empires, poetry, science, and global power. But in the 20th century, something unusual happened. The name disappeared from official use. In its place emerged Iran. In its place emerged Iran. Why would a civilization with thousands of years of history replace a name recognized across the world? To answer that question, we need to travel through empires, invasions, revolutions, and one political decision that changed how an entire civilization presents itself to the world. Let's begin. The story begins long before the modern state of Iran existed. It begins on the Iranian plateau, a vast region surrounded by mountains, deserts, and ancient trade routes that connected Asia, the Middle East, and Europe. For thousands of years, this land served as a crossroads of civilizations. Around the second millennium BCE, Indo-Iranian nomadic tribes migrated into this region. Among them were two groups that would shape history: the Medes and the Persians. The Medes settled in the northwest and established early regional power. The Persians, meanwhile, settled farther south in a region known as Pars, the origin of the name Persia. At the time, Persia was only a geographic term. It did not yet represent an empire. That would change with one man. His name was Cyrus the Great. In the 6th century BCE, Cyrus unified the Persians and defeated the Medes. From that moment began the Achaemenid Empire, one of the most influential empires in human history. Unlike many rulers of the ancient world, Cyrus did not govern primarily through fear. Instead, he practiced strategy that was unusual for the time: respect for local cultures. Temples were preserved. Local religions were allowed to continue. Languages were not erased. This approach helped stabilize an empire that stretched across 3 continents. At its height, the empire extended from the Indus River to the Mediterranean Sea and from Egypt deep into Central Asia. Later rulers such as Darius I expanded administrative systems, built road networks, and created one of the first efficient imperial bureaucracies. Historians often describe this system as one of the earliest examples of a true superpower. But like all empires, it faced external challenges. In 334 BCE, a young Macedonian king crossed into Asia. His name was Alexander the Great. His campaign would change the political map of the ancient world. In battles such as Granicus, Issus, and Gaugamela, Persian forces were defeated. The Achaemenid Empire collapsed. Yet something unexpected happened afterward. Alexander did not attempt to erase Persian culture. Instead, he adopted aspects of it. He wore Persian royal clothing, married Persian nobility, and maintained Persian administrative systems. His vision was to merge Greek and Persian worlds into a single civilization. But after his death in 323 BCE, his empire fragmented. The Persian cultural identity, however, survived. Centuries later, a new dynasty restored imperial power, the Sasanian Empire. Under the Sasanians, Persian traditions were revived and Zoroastrianism became the official state religion. But in the 7th century, another transformation began. Arab armies, spreading the message of Islam, defeated the Sasanian state. Persia became part of the expanding Islamic world. Arab-influenced administration, religion, and scholarship. Yet Persian identity did not disappear. It adapted. Persian literature, science, and philosophy flourished within the Islamic civilization. Over centuries, the region was ruled by Turkic dynasties, Mongol empires, and local Persian states. Then in the 16th century, a major shift occurred. The Safavid dynasty unified the region again. They declared Twelver Shi'ism as the official religion. This decision permanently distinguished Iran from many neighboring Muslim regions that followed Sunni Islam. However, outside the country, the world continued using the name Persia. That situation remained unchanged for centuries, until the 20th century. In 1935, the ruler Reza Shah Pahlavi sent a diplomatic request to foreign governments. From that moment forward, the country should officially be called Iran in international documents. The decision had symbolic meaning. It reflected a desire to modernize the country and present a national identity. We must honor the indigenous name of this land, root in its deep heritage rather than the name popularized by foreign tongues. For many citizens, however, Persia represented the cultural memory of ancient empires and artistic achievement. The debate never completely disappeared. Decades later, in 1979, the Iran Revolution overthrew the monarchy and established the modern Islamic Republic. Since then, global perceptions of the country have been shaped by politics, religion, and international tensions. Yet behind those headlines lies a much older story. A civilization that has endured invasions and centuries of cultural change. Two names remain connected to that history. Persia, a symbol of ancient legacy. Iran, the modern nation. Different names. The same land. And a history that continues to shape the present. History rarely disappears. Sometimes it simply changes its name. And in the case of Iran and Persia, the past and present exist side by side, each revealing a different chapter of the same civilization. Understanding that distinction helps us see the region not only through modern politics, but through the thousands of years that came before.